Yeah, this is going to be an uphill task for Copenhagen Flames. If we head to Ancient, it's wide open. It is going to be absolutely wide open, but to get there first, they need to take down ENCE in their home ground. It is going to be Nuke.
We are getting ready to jump into the saddle for the second time in our quarterfinals. What could be the last time the Copenhagen Flames play at this major. We are live!
And here we go for ENCE, starting on the T side. He got 3 flashbangs, a Molotov, and a smoke for Hades and Snappy. And it looks like it's going to be just 5 sets of USBs and ammo for the CTs.
Already spilling outside though, Deha has spotted a couple of players jumping across the red containers. He was 19 kills in the first half. Unbelievable performance from the man. Can he pick up the mantle again? No, he's been put down outside. And now Roy is going to have to try and turn his attention towards the A side, where all hell is spilling, all hell is breaking loose, and Nikados is taking heads. And he may not be done just yet. One more up to the plate will be Hades. And Nikados is playing with his food. He's seen him. Hades removes him from the server though. Do not peek this man one by one. He will punish you. He will plunge you into the underworld, and he's taking more heads, and he's gonna get bested on the final hurdle. So incredibly close though.
What a round from Nikados there. I love how Roy was dancing around the squeaky door, shutting the door in the face of ENCE. And despite the heroics of Hades, some of the shots from him, just a clean tap. The second shot as well, especially onto Roy, but Zyphon, he was clutch and Vertigo despite it being a losing effort, and he's clutch here again. It is going to be the force buy for ENCE. AK-47 out for the pole. Deha leading the charge, and Roy's there tucked in with the MP9.
Does land the dink, but 2 HP remains. And that'll be enough for Deha to trade weapons. So they keep the AK in the healthy hands of Snappy and still push outside behind the smoke wall. Nikados tapping through the smoke could maybe finish off what they started onto Deha, and now Madden has fallen. Hades, in the meanwhile though, from downtown, one Deeks Yabi. ENCE is still in with a chance in a 3-on-3, but a couple players limping their way towards the bomb, which has now been dropped out on main.
It's an uncomfortable spot here for the T's to try and retrieve it. But the AK and the Snappy, they all have Kevlar as well. Head armor. Snappy duking it out, finds one, immediate trade from Zyphon, and now it's down to Sphinx Vince. He's got to deliver with the Deagle.
And they have to fight. Where the bomb currently is, they have got to fight. They're trying to knock the weapon across. Some juggling, some shenanigans, and now Sphinx. His position will be compromised, but still sprays down. They have no idea where Hooksie's position is. He has eyes on the bomb. 35 seconds. He is also low. The next bullet could very well finish this round. He's going to let them both pass. And there's the first. Oh, Hooksie! So nearly played it perfectly. You saw the patience. He wanted to wait for both players. It just didn't quite work out.
Sphinx needed the AK, and just love how that played out. The one hero AK-47 in the hands of Deha, he finds one, Snappy picks it up, taps away the player in hell, and Sphinx drags the rest of them down to the 9th circle. What a spin around to Hooksie, and Hooksie played that almost to perfection, Vince. The first player was the bait to figure out where he was, but Sphinx is too good. A fast hit coming in as Hades drops straight into the vents.
This is almost the worst case scenario though on the side of Copenhagen Flames. They're going to try and take control one more time, and Roy with a CZ drops the bomb down. Hades picks back up the mantle. With this being a force though, this MAC-10 is going to need to shred through a few more hit point bars. There's no easy freebie kills, and Roy from strength to strength, just balling around corners, taking heads left and right with the CZ. And now Nikados goes down to the hands of Deha, but he's the last man standing. He still has 100 hit points. The bomb is spilled one more time. But Deha is going to get divided and conquered. Roy with a huge CZ round.
What a read. What a read from Hooksie. They sent in 2 players early towards control. And ENCE were expecting an empty bomb site, or maybe just one defender towards ramp. And Roy, he makes that CZ shine. For ENCE though, of course it's going to be the force buy coming out. The AK, this time in the hands of Madden. Yet to get off the mark. Rest of them Tech 9 Eagles, quite a bit of utility as well to work with. The smoke wall will be deployed.
Smoke's coming down, but Roy has eyes. He was one of those missing components on the first map that we were worried about. He has certainly shown up here, but they are slowly building their way downstairs here, Blair. Roy's molly is huge though. It stops them in their tracks.
But everyone grouped up, looking to trade, and Roy will deploy the smoke, buys himself a little bit more time. The thing is for ENCE, they have oodles of time, 1 minute and 15 still on the clock. And right now, Roy is a sole defender towards the lower bomb side, and he's slowly peeling back towards the defense position. And as the smoke dissipates, he's going to hit some headshots from here.
I have to feel that first player is probably going to get splattered. They're looking for a run boost though. Madden wants to get around the corner. Instead they go for the peek onto the doors. No one is home.
You're going to go for it again.
Lulled into a false sense of security, and now they spill out. Roy, with no kills, will have to find back to the site and try and hold it with his teammates, but he's not closed the door either. They can start to get out of here, but Roy keeps himself alive a little bit longer. The spray is on point, and Sphinx and Hades both come in. There's a team kill, and then Hades goes down. And tripping over their own shoelaces and face planting on the site, and Snappy will be the last to fall. They all got stuck in the decon door.
Roy was in such an uncomfortable position there, but the first kill he finds in a player inside the control room was so impactful. If he falls there, suddenly the lower hole, it gets very uncomfortable. He stays alive, he buys time, and ENCE, you said it, Vince, they were just coming out from a tiny little door, getting pincered, getting pinned down. And Copenhagen Flames to win a convincing round. They're finally going to force ENCE to go for an eco. We have, well, just the one solitary Deagle and Sphinx with a P250. That's the only investment. And for Copenhagen Flames, this should be 4-1. And this is the start they absolutely needed.
100% after a disappointing first map. Get that CT side underway. There's still Deagles in play though. A couple players low on utility and economy. Roy with that fast peek capitalizes on to Snappy. Nikodos makes short work of Dihan, and it would seem that this round is going to be going very convincingly to the Danes, as expected. But more importantly, they've got to keep all 5 players alive. This is for the bigger picture, because you have to assume that at some stage when ENCE have rifles, they're going to be breathing down the necks of Copenhagen Flames and trying to snatch away the life of them. White swing in, and it's a clean sweep for Copenhagen Flames.
Important round. You want to start to stabilize their economy here. After the first couple of rounds, we saw some wild stuff coming out, but they have stabilized, at least for the time being. Albeit their economy still not exactly in such a great place. This is going to be once more yet another test here from ENCE. A lot of Galils though, just so they can eke out a full-fledged buy. You can see the number of Molotovs they have. 3, 5 smokes, a ton of flashbangs and nades as well. The AK though in the very capable hands of Madden and Sphinx. Copenhagen Flames, Roy taking a dangerous duel.
Sphinx really pushing out. He's going through the smoke. He gets the frag onto Yabi. There's going to be questions asked amongst the team because HooXi was in that smoke and there's more teams passing by him. It's an absolute disaster around. There's chaos everywhere, but Roy comes out ahead. ENCE have spilled out into the site though. They still bypass most of these defense, and HooXi makes the most onto Hades. Diha and a lowly Galil against the world. A weakened Roy up against him, but a smoke down as well, and there is Nikodos. Copenhagen Flames with 5.
What a play from Roy, finding 2 kills, 1 through the smoke as well. I liked what ENCE did there. Sphinx just ignoring the vent, just running out to the bomb side, catching the first defender. He had no clue that he's going to be coming in from Squeaky. But they're able to hold. And despite it being a bit chaotic there, they keep the majority of players alive. And ENCE, it's going to be once more the light by MAC-10s, Deagles. Up a hit.
Madden straight through, getting it off the mark, but there's his first. They have a flash down, Molotovs, everything being tossed into the site. ENCE decide not to fully commit to this. They're actually to push out, and Hades on the drive-by takes off the head of HooXi.
The ramp's empty, there's no one here. What a call. And Snappy pushed up towards ramp as well. He got cut off the rotation coming in from hell. Diha just charging inside the control room as well. The bomb will be planted, and Copenhagen Flames, they're falling for it.
Oh, but Snappy's position Got himself a Tech 9. He's going to shred through the first. But there won't be a second kill forthcoming. At least he can call a position, but a damage also inflicted onto Zyphon. Already 2 kills in this round, joined by Roy, who's on 10 already. But so much of the timer on the bomb has already ticked away. Super close, and Sphinx from range of the Mach 10! And Diha with the SMGs spray and pray and perforate the oncoming flames.
They steal the round away, Vince. And that's got to be a bit of a gut punch for Copenhagen Flames. No clutches incoming this time around. At least it built up a bit of an economy to work with, so we have still a full-fledged buy. Zyphon with the AUG, the AWP out for Nikodos, and for the side of ENCE though, they have everything to work with. Lovely call from Snappy there. They get the first kill in the upper bomb site, immediately pivoting back towards the ramp position, wasting no time, bamboozling Copenhagen Flames, and netting the second round on board. Still 5-2, early days here in map number 2.
It is, but look at that money for Copenhagen Flames, Blair. 3 players, $0. AUG in play on ramp. A weapon we don't see as much anymore. ENCE were one of the teams back in the day with a finish. Losley used it, but that's maybe why. Nikodos on the cross, though, makes this a stinging shot, a stinging blow. Ramp will not be taken for free. However, it is taken all the same. And now Copenhagen Flames getting aggressive back in again as HooXi holds down the line from the back of silos. Bomb has been dropped as well, Blair, in an awkward position, but Snappy's coming back up. He has no idea. He's living on borrowed time, and Roy collects.
Diha, though, however, able to take down HooXi, and Sphinx will fall. Nikodos with a double of his own. Now Diha, 9 HP. Bomb dropped in a very uncomfortable position, and Yabi lies in wait. They will find the kill. And yet another round for Copenhagen Flames.
One step forward, but instantly battered back.
That's a round they so needed to win. You pointed it out, Vince. The money was in such a precarious position, and that was a great opportunity for ENCE to break their bank and start to try and get that lead back. However, Flames, they stand tall. First tactical timeout getting called by the ENCE side as well. The amount of stress, the amount of nerves these players must be feeling right now. This is all started off with Snappy with an incredible opener.
And HooXi, a player that has had a few awkward moments, very important kill. That dropped the bomb down on ramp on the wrong side, and ENCE could never really recover from that position. However, as the back and forth has continued, ENCE can muster together a buy, and we're ready to jump into round 9. ENCE getting outside control one more time with a bunch of smokes being tossed in, but a molly will fend away the squeaky push. Going for that early secret play as well. This is a play we haven't seen from Copenhagen Flames just yet. I believe that's Nikodos who's going to be making moves in with his AWP. Indeed, he's holding the close angle instead.
You see ENCE now. If you look at utility, 4 Molotovs, it's going to be a barrage utility being dropped in, but look at this re-aggression from Flames.
This is up close, comes out second best though. It's that man again, Diha! And Snappy through the smoke! Snatches away control over A.
That's a save. That's a call for the save. And look at the buy ENCE had, Vince. The amount they invested in utility, they just had a couple of rifles to work with. And they walk away without losing a single member. The immediate call is they go backpedaling all the way towards CD spawn, and ENCE, they snatch another round away here from the Flames side. I like the play from Flames. They were re-aggressing, trying to get in front of the utility. They even found a timing, but they couldn't find the frags. ENCE, they find a third.
Hunting now for any possible stray CTs they can get their hands on, and that bomb is about to detonate. As you can see, the Flames. I stood next to that before. That's hot, by the way. You feel that. Those pyrotechnics, it's no joke.
You gotta love a nice baguette. Gotta say, obrigado for everyone for showing up here. It's still very, very early. We still have another game taking place later on, and this game is definitely far from over as well. ENCE now, with a couple of retrieve rifles in the previous round, looking to string 2 rounds together, something they have struggled with thus far here in Nuke. For Copenhagen Flames, sure, they have a buy, but again, Vince, the money on the brink.
Spink's already downstairs with his AK. He's moved so fast through the decon side.
Nikodos, he hears this, Vince. He knows where they're coming in from.
Have to be a hit and run, and he shoots down the middle. No kills. And that may just be the round over. They've already spilled out, but Zyphon has other ideas. 2 kills to his name. Yabi from the back springs in with the SMG, and Man tries to hold on. Zyphon with 3 sublime frags gets Copenhagen Flames their 7th.
He has delivered so many rounds for Flames in the series, and again, ENCE had everything going their way, and then they get clotheslined by Zyphon, the full spray to find Diha and Hades and to pick up his triple at the very end there. And he looks so cool and calm. You look at his face, you wouldn't think he's playing his very first major, his very first arena game.
Thank you so much for your incredible support, Antwerp. It's so great to see fans repping their teams, even if they're not here. But we do have 2 teams that are going to be hungry to secure their spot in the semi-finals. Wiping their brow as they know the importance. They know how integral these kinds of rounds are. ENCE may be a little bit weaker, Blair, but they are still in the fight.
We've seen Hades do some grotesque things with a deagle as well, so you can never count any one of them out. Aggressive posturing by the CTs. Nikodos for a shot, missed. Second will find its mark.
Nails the second. The harder of the 2 shots as well. He's still alive. His teammates falling around him. Has to peace out. Has to maintain long control. Zyphon, in the meanwhile, though, is making moves, making inroads. Sphinx is up to the plate, but Zyphon will smash him down.
They have full control here, Vince. Full control of lobby, full control of ramp, and ENCE, all they can work with is outside. But do they know this aggression from 2 CTs? They might be just walking into a slaughter.
The trap is about to be sprung. Huxi has a perfect crosshair placement. The bomb goes down, and Hades gets picked off from Yabi. The trap cuts them to size. And ENCE, hot off the back of a full-on investment, now have Diha on 18 HP. We were a bit concerned about Copenhagen Flames after that first map, but my God, have they bounced back with authority.
The desk asked, they said we needed someone, some of the stars on the side of Flames to step up, and indeed they have. Nikodos, Zyphon, they have been incredible here thus far. Woo. 8-3 now, Vince.
It's looked a little bit flat in these last few rounds. It's a bit more zest. Pip in the step of Copenhagen Flames, and now with the smoke out onto ramp. Zyphon playing behind it. Well, it's very good news for Zyphon in particular, as he beat Hades in a straight-up 1v1 trade. Not many players can say that.
They need to be careful, though. How many rounds have they lost to just the pistols as Zyphon looks to hold his ground?
Incendiary in, flashes behind it, and now the T's just envelop the ramp side. They force away Zyphon, they take a bit of control over Hell, but Nikodos is able to get one, and now Roy is there to help him out. As the T's try and funnel their way through, Diha has answered back for the kill of his own, but now Roy can clean this up. And suddenly, ENCE have 2 remaining players.
Hades waiting for the smoke to fade away, looking for one of the players. Yabi could be the one he finds, but he misses the shot. And his position now known. He's got the bomb as well, Vince, and the bomb gets dropped. And despite Snappy having snuck his way towards ramp, there's nothing he can do. 40 seconds to work with. but Copenhagen Flames, they have looked like they're here to play. Vertigo, a faded memory now. 9-3, Vince. It's almost like deja vu if you look back at Vertigo, where it was ENCE going on a massive tear on the CD side. This time around, though, it is going to be the Danes. Snappy just comes charging out, looking to die before the time, and he will indeed do so. You can see a couple of smiles being cracked as well. They're starting to finally feel a little comfortable. I feel like maybe the past couple of rounds have been the only time where Copenhagen Flames could have just let out a sigh of a little bit of relief.
So ENCE back in with some rifles. The chance to perhaps get it done. Nade's already out, picking up the pace, but good counter utility tossed in. Smoke also deployed, flashes towards the top A site. It's about to get hot and heavy, it's about to get chaotic, but it's Yabi once again that comes out. Hand raised above his head, but Spinks slaps him away and goes in for more. Nikidos with a solid flick keeps this round alive, but ENCE have already taken control of the site. Nikidos, though, has to come back out. Zyton precedes him, gets fragged down. Spinks goes in one more time. 3 kills to his name. And Nikidos may have to just pull out and save. There's no real hopes of him getting back on this site. He's going back to his spawn. ENCE have done it for the first time in a while. They're going to win a rifle round.
And all of the back of Spinks. 3 kills for him there, Vince. Incredible spray control to find the second player on top of the hut. Finally, ENCE seemingly cracking the code. The fast upper hit coming in. And despite, as you pointed out, a nasty flick from Nikidos, it's not good enough. And ENCE, they find the 4th. And despite the fact that Copenhagen Flames could still invest into this round, it just makes sense, because that round was unwinnable for Nikidos, especially with the fact that he had the AWP to wield with.
Exquisite entries, though, on the side of Spinks. Just picking up the pace, completely caught Copenhagen Flames off guard. I doubt they're going to have that same success again, though. Surely the Danes at this stage will know this is a distinct possibility. So do ENCE pick up a different idea? Go into the scrapbook. Hades did have enough for the AWP. Decides against it. They want that run and gun mentality, that style that can get up in the face of Copenhagen Flames. Aggression, though, this time forthcoming on the other side of the coin. Is Copenhagen Flames taking ramp? We've seen this before. And the T's have no idea what's coming up. No idea what's about to hit them. Siphon round the corner of lobby, but Hades is waiting, watching, ever present, shuts him down.
They don't know Madden's here. He's got to find an empty bomb site. Upper bomb site right now is open for business.
The minute left on the clock, though, Blair. Do they decide to go in for the Hail Mary? ENCE are just biding their time. This is where a player of Snappy's stature, his tenure, how many times he's been around the block, he's going to slow this and make Copenhagen Flames really sweat this round out. 50 seconds to play with. They quickly check the angles, but there is Yabi. They have to contend with him. In the meanwhile, Uxie showing his hand, and Yabi snatches away.
It's a fake. It's all a ruse. As they walk into the upper bomb site, they got the bomb, and it's gonna come down to Roy from outside to do something. The smoke's gonna obscure his vision. Yabi, though, waiting inside of the fence, waiting, coiled like a viper, waiting to strike.
Molly is well placed, though. It's going to stop this re-engage. Yabi actually takes damage. That's a sound cue that comes across. Spinks was alive, waiting, ready, and able, and Hades goes back in again. Roy may have 13 frags, but he's in a 1-on-3 with Copenhagen Flames economy in the bin. And no easy kills here. ENCE's post-plan positions are so good, and Hades just gets his 3K round the corner. 5th round on ENCE.
ENCE, we're ready there. Oh, what a round, though. Madden sneaking inside of hut, him not being checked. And that pushed the aggression from Copenhagen Flames, a slow pincer towards the lobby. Failing. Of course, you look at the bar here, it is rough. It's the A1 for Yabi. The rest of them with MP9 is burning alive. Spinks will find him at the upper bomb site. It is getting absolutely absolutely split apart by Spinks.
2 kills and 2 of the CTs are stuck in ramp. Smoke is going to deal with them. Meanwhile, though, Roy's made moves up on vents. And Hades puts him down. Copenhagen Flames have Zyphon and Nikodos for the last round of the half. It looks untenable. It looks impossible. But impossible is nothing unless you get sprayed down from Diha and Spinks. 9-6, considering how one-sided that half was. That's a hell of a comeback on ENCE.
It looked like Flames had done enough to build up a solid CD side here. But with ENCE finding 6, suddenly the amount of opportunities they will have to close the series out in just 2 maps, it looks really, really good. Spinks once more, the number of rounds they've won with that man just waltzing in, leading the pack and cracking heads, it's been incredible. 12 for him and Diha. Again, these 2 players, the stars of ENCE, they shine. They shone on Vertigo, they're shining here as well. Hades as well having a pretty good game. Nikodos and Roy though, they gave it everything and they now need to give more. They still have the lead. Outside smokes will not be deployed, just the 1. And Hades looking to take the duels.
Smoke's now down, Flash is good though, will allow them bypass it, but they haven't pushed fast enough. And Spinks from heaven rains down hell. Roy's been picked up second. ENCE already cordoning off 2 of these players. They pushed in towards the vents, but Diha's here, and he's taken the head of Yabi and also Nikodos. This pistol round is a complete collapse.
Flawless from ENCE. Not a singular point of damage being taken. And a big, such a risky play. They try to cross out wide. The flash, it doesn't pop wide enough to blind Spinks. And he's just gonna snipe them away. And once more, it's the 1-2 punch of Diha and Spinks as ENCE to win the pistol. And for Copenhagen Flames, a full eco. They didn't get the bomb down. They didn't even get a single kill.
Nasty damage on Huxi. 36 HP evaporates. Disintegrates from the HE, and now on the cross, Spinks will be fragging. Diha will feel like he probably should have done better from that position, and it has afforded Yabi the luxury of planting down the bomb. Now there's no upgraded pistols, so the chance of holding on to this are pretty much nothing at all. But a bomb plant, all things considered, that's a pretty good outcome.
That's a win. That's a win right there for the Flame side. They didn't get the bomb down in the first round. At least now they can not only go for the AK armor buy Vince, but they can buy up any bit of utility they want to work with. But for ENCE though, flawless CD side thus far.
What must be going through the heads of Copenhagen Flames right now? You're mapped down, you lost your choice. Nuke started so well, but it's starting to slip away. First time on a stage of this magnitude.
Looking at the crowd, the French contingent, I gotta say, Vince, maybe someday, Major in Paris could be wild.
I think that would be a ruckus crowd, to say the least. But we're ready to get back into this. 9-8 the score. Copenhagen Flames have lost the last couple on this half. ENCE on the CT side could quickly feel the effects of the economy. Spinks out aggressively through the smoke, up close on Squeaky. But Yabi and Zyphon playing the lobby angles, slowing it down, backing off for now.
Hades being aggressive towards T-Red here. Flashbang, Yabi's gonna fall back. There was a bit of a team flash as well. And Hades playing a dangerous game, but as the smoke fades away, he in turn will fade inside a secret. Spinks with the MP9 though is gonna be playing up close and personal. 3 defenders for his upper bomb set, and Hades making sure Roy doesn't sneak in towards Mini.
On the hut for the time being. Smoke's now being put down. Hades is there. Molotov just in front of him as well. But there's a Molly counteractive play. Still surgically removes Huxi and backs out.
I love the Molotov from the CDs there. They weren't expecting it, Vince. As Diha finds Nikodos as well. Lovely stuff. He's looking for more, and indeed he will find two.
Sphinx and Zyphon, or Yabi I should say, and Zyphon, last remaining Copenhagen Flames members, and they're being cordoned off from one another. Zyphon currently in the squeak, he's volleyed out, wants to try and look in for that wide swing. This force back from Sphinx, stands his ground, delivers one frag, but it's at great cost to his HP. 20 remain. And this is really into the wheelhouse of that SMG. They're making this a costly one though on ENCE.
20 seconds though.
Sphinx still there, dropping down, they would have heard that. There's a rotational play in effect as well. They have control over the bomb. They can look to try and push onto the back of the side here. In the meanwhile, though, Snappy from the side takes him down. 6 seconds to play with. Zyphon is landing nothing but headshots.
No time though,
There's
Vince.
no time. That's so disappointing if you're Zyphon, because he played it so well.
What a round from Zyphon. And it is gutting to see it slip out of his hands. But a perfectly placed, perfectly timed flank. And time was not his friend. ENCE have tied things up now. You can hear the chant. I gotta say, it's not been easy thus far in Nuke. They have had to battle their way back in. That's lovely to see. That is lovely to see. All right, make some noise for these guys, everyone.
That's what it's all about. That's what the Major is all about, bringing people together. But of course, Copenhagen Flames have their eyes set on converting and taking this map. But the vast lead they had, Blair, it's now been brought down to nothing. We are tied up. Momentum is absolutely in the hands of ENCE.
And if there's one guy I'm looking at, it's Zyphon, that saved AK-47 from the previous round. If he can continue his heroics, there is still a chance. The rest of them, though, Deagle, Kevlar, and 3 of the members, Hooksy with 1 smoke of 2 that they possess right now. And for ENCE, it's a full-fledged buy. Hades with a zoom banger. A1s for each and every one of his teammates. Zyphon just poking and prodding towards ramp. It's only Hades with the op here, but Snappy making his way back up, ensuring the T's don't have control here. And he's looking to be even more aggressive. And he is lonesome though. And this is a dangerous game. And Zyphon will punish him for playing it.
Yeah, it was because he pushed out alone. There was no lobby contingent there. So they could hold their angles, feeling completely comfortable in doing so. A real opportunity now. Copenhagen Flames haven't really had any on this half. But keep in mind, that crazy play from Zyphon last round, even though he didn't win, it cut the economy significantly on some of these players. They only had 1 player left alive. So it's there for the taking here if the Flames want it. But Hades shuts down this ramp push. He spots the bomb getting tossed across. He knows there's 2 players here, but he's missed another one. He should be getting punished from Yabi. And our ramp is open, and they've already pushed into heaven. This nearly catches Madden off guard. This round is very winnable for the Flames, but time's ticking against them. Sphinx in the meanwhile, though, from the double doors gets shut down. And he was their last hope. Or was he? Maybe Madden can step up. Yappy's just feeling it right now. 3 kills.
What a round. What an absolutely incredible round from Copenhagen Flames, punishing ENCE for the aggression, punishing ENCE for not giving them the respect. Snappy, the first to fall, and then we saw, yeah, there we have it, Zyphon patience from the guy, and then Hades caught in no man's land, and despite time running out, Yabi, man, he's just getting off the bomb every single time, taking out ENCE, and with that, look at the buy for Snappy and his men. 2 A1s, a few rifles, but Sphinx pushing in, he's gonna find 2!
That's going to mitigate all of the issues they had. But they need Hades to deliver outside. Niha also trying to play in the main in case he gets swept into. He's been forced away. That Molotov shouldn't extend and finish him off. But in doing so, he's buying up enough time now for his teammates to rotate downstairs if they need to. And Diaz keeping this one interesting on the main side. So ENCE, they've got the 2 picks they look for. And Copenhagen Flames, they're in real trouble. There's a gap in that smoke.
They have another smoke to work with. A number of flashes. But knowing they had a weaponry advantage, they're looking for ENCE to challenge. And ENCE will indeed challenge as Hades finds Nikodos.
Frag. One counteractive kill comes in from Roy and it's clean. HooXi still alive, still proud in this round, 50 seconds. But Hades with the deagle once again. Striking from the shadows. And HooXi does at least have the bomb. Throwing away the orb, intelligently done. It's going to cost him his life. Let's be honest, he had no real chance anyway. So he at least deals some of those rifles away. But ENCE, on 2 rifles and 3 eagles, have pulled that out of the fire.
That was messy from Flames. Hades just getting away with murder. He should have been dead to rights there. He was so very low in health as well. He was at 2 HP, Vince, and he gets 2 kills. That should really not be happening. Of course, everything started off with Spinks pushing hot and getting the first 2 kills. And Copenhagen Flames scraping the bottom of the barrel. They will go for the buy. AK's out, deagle for HooXi. Diha, though, is blinded as Hades pushing in, but Roy able to find him from behind.
Diha does avenge Hades, however, so they can't fully explode outside just yet. That smoke allows him a different passageway to fall back onto the locker side here. Intelligently done by Diha, especially as that smoke is now clearing. But he did bypass 1 player in the process. You'll have a good idea. They could be making moves outside via the hell area, but they don't know for a fact. And Yabi has the lucky position. Even though kills are back and forth, and Nikodos is still claiming kills. Yabi is in such a good position, but somehow gets killed by Madden. He had no right to get that kill.
HooXi on the hunt, though. He knows where Madden is, and Madden already repositioning himself all the way back towards T-Roof. As Nikodos and HooXi have everything to do. Snappy still alive. He's by the lower bomb side, and look at this from Madden. There's no way to check this.
24 HP, and you go back to that playthrough on main. Madden, he's caught in the back. Yabi had everything going in his favor, misses out on that spray, and now 1 and 2, but it's Nikodos. He's got enough time, he has the bomb.
Where does he go?
If you go downstairs, Snappy is there, he's made noise. This feels like it may be a done deal. Does he realistically check this angle? Hell no! And let's pick up the lead again.
That was played to perfection by Madden. Firstly, he finds the kill spinning around from Mini, and then he repositioned himself, and the hunter becomes the hunted. Oh, he played that one so well. The Snappy was just going to be committed to holding on to the lower bomb site. And Nikodos, he had to make a decision, Vince. He had no idea where this man was. As a 3rd attack timeout getting called by Copenhagen Flames.
This has to be Snappy's best ever opportunity to go far in a major. They've already made it to the quarterfinals. They're just a few steps away from the semi-finals. And at that point, anything can happen. A guy that's been around for so long is now with a real possibility of doing something truly spectacular. Copenhagen Flames down to a Mach 10 on both HooXi and Yabi. A deagle on Nikodos. And this is all of their savings put into this round. This is a do-or-die moment, Blair.
So much being invested here by them. As you pointed out, Vince, a couple of Mach 10s. There's going to be a fast upper hit.
They're looking to go out on their shield. If they are, there's so many grenades down. Spinks blows life into smithereens. And although Hades couldn't get the frag, he spots HooXi pushing into main. That's not quick enough to deal with Spinks, though. But then HooXi decides to push back outside again. And Snappy's here for 2. And significant damage to Nikodos, who gets finalized by Hades.
The preemptive nades from ENCE completely obliterating that push. And they needed to make the play towards ramp when they were distracted towards upper bomb side, Vince, but the smoke kept them at bay. They had to run on through it. Snappy with a double kill, and Hades with the final nade. Nail in the coffin there. 12-10. ENCE with a 2-round lead and 4 rounds for them to close this one out. The half-buy, and again, they head straight towards Fence this time around.
Dictating the pace of the rounds here. I love the call. Copenhagen Flames have players downstairs. Snappy's already making moves though, throwing down the Molotov, and Diha is allowing free control over ramp. It's not at the cost of any lives just yet though, but Yabi from above's gonna strike now. Nuke where's the deagle? Nuke does not hurt ENCE. He's just ripped away 2 heads. And now Roy on the Tech 9 is continuing to turn the knife in the side. There is no way back in this round for Spinks. Copenhagen Flames have stolen this round away.
A round they had no business winning. It was a half-buy. And the pistols reign supreme. Nikodos with a perfectly played angle. 2-1Ds. Executes everyone of ENCE. And there's nothing, not a chance in hell, even for this player. Spinks is gonna save that A1. And sure, they have some money in the bank, but it has been a bit of a blow here for ENCE.
Here it comes. 11th round for the Flames. And ENCE suffering a fatal overdose of aggression. 2 rounds in a row, fast A, vent dive. That was the golden ticket.
And the ramp pressure as well. These shots from Nikodos though. The first one, clean. The second, just the slight readjustment as well to find Hades. Vince, they had pistols, and they walk away from that round with the win and 4 rifles. That is massive for their money. Now ENCE down to just a 1 round in the lead. We have the game in our hands here, ladies and gentlemen. The Molotov for Roy, but he will run on through. The smoke wall here for Copenhagen Flames is going to allow a couple of members to sneak in. Bomb as well in the back of the captain, that is Hooksy. Hades tucked in, but he hasn't heard any footsteps. He didn't even hear the Flames licking away at Roy early.
Feels like some misdirection onto the side. Flashes and mollies, forces out a smoke. Copenhagen Flames not pushing behind this. I love that idea, but what are they going to do with it? Because it feels like they're not really being proactive behind this fake. They have already got down into secret. Without any pushes in play, Hades can hold position right now and relay this information to the rest of his team. Oh, Hades is going to go looking. This could be so important. 1 kill to Hades, the second as well. Outside is his domain.
45 seconds. The flash as well, that's a giveaway. They know where Roy is, and Roy's got to go big again. And Maiden just slams the door shut. They need to find something, and Yabi will. Diha will fall. 30 seconds. They need to decide where did it go with the bomb.
That's exactly it. It seems the B side is going to be the choice. They do have access to vents if they so choose. There's 2 players in close proximity, one of which is going to be Madden on top of the site. Strikes in for 1. So much damage done. Nikodos will not survive. Will not live to tell the tale of the round. And ENCE regain a 2-round lead, 3 shy of their semi-finals position.
This time they don't stumble. And Copenhagen Flames get control of Secret. But they just stick around. They don't really do anything with that. Allowing the double kill from Hades, great work. But catching them off guard with the aggression. And then Madden smartly just playing on the bomb site. Final tactical timeout getting called for Copenhagen Flames. They can start to feel it slipping out of their fingers. All their hopes, their aspirations.
Antwerp, do we have any Flames fans in the house? Make the ground shake! They need your energy right now! They are so close to being bested by ENCE. They cannot afford another loss here, Blair. They've got to start coming back.
And they have the money, Vince. A full-fledged buy. The op as well for Nikodos on his T side. Nades raining it outside. Won't deal too much of damage though, as Roy once again, this time waiting for the smoke to deploy before he marches in towards Secret. And once more, he'll have to go up against this man, Hades, as Sphinx in the meantime looking around the smoke, ensuring no one snuck in. A few warning shots. Smoke will deploy towards Squeaky. Bit of a standard default coming out here from the Flame side. They're waiting for the aggression, and multiple times ENCE have come out on top, but that is still something that can be punished. And that's what Flames are looking to do right now.
Flash outside of main. Diha will be allowed to fake the rotation as a result, but I think he got hurt.
Oh, for sure. Roy's conveying all this information.
He's just holding an angle, anticipating maybe a secret push. Spinks in the meanwhile though up on the hut. Could come down to timing. Molly on the top. Spinks falls down, and now Yabi's going to try and make up some ground for himself. Picks up one kill, but Spinks is here. He's littering the bodies of all of Copenhagen Flames, but Nikidos finally will retort in kind. Hooksy with his AK to put down one frag. There's the double spray! Madden shuts down Squeaky! But Roy is still in with a chance. Roy could still pull this off. He's hearing the footsteps. He's been so sneaky. He's been an agent of chaos, a minister of mischief, and misses out the shot! Oh my God! Heartbreak for Roy! Oh, no.
Many a player have fallen in that position, Vince. He had it. At 25 seconds on the clock, he gets the kill. It's a 1v1. There was a world, and he misses his shot. Snappy spinning around. Oh, heartbreak there for Roy. And now 14-11. They still have money for yet another buy. But the opportunities, Vince, it's dwindling away.
Yeah, and that's already two players with no utility, just a flash on Nikidos. They have no Molotovs left, and we know the importance of Molotovs on T-side of Nuke. We've seen them toss them to top main multiple times, force away. Pardon me, they actually do have one Molotov, now in the hands of Zyphon. So perhaps they can put that to use yet. But considering they've lost so much hit points on Nikidos, on Zyphon, they need an entry so desperately. It's not going to be forthcoming as Snappy pivots in once again, shutting down the ramp, but will go down. Not before Diha has his say though. A 2-for-1 trade.
Oh, and Hades fighting Roy. That's a look taken care of. And Nikidos, Vince, internally hemorrhaging. He's going to group up with his teammate and Yabi. How many times has this youngster delivered? How many times has he clutched for his team? And once more, he needs to do the same. The nade sails in though and chips away at his health. A 2v4 for Copenhagen Flames to stave off OT, but look at the push coming in from Hades.
Time is so low. The sands of time running dry as Copenhagen Flames face their potential execution. But Nikidos will make a stay. Gives them a chance. Gives them a lifeline.
Time.
10 seconds. Hades missing out on an opportunity. Oh! Nikidos with a hell of a shot. But it may not end up mattering. 15 rounds now on ENCE.
What a try from Nikidos. What was the shot? Oh! Absolute filth. But it's not good enough, Vince. 4 map points. 4 match points for ENCE to close this one out. And Copenhagen Flames, it's do or die.
Everything on the line. Dreams within touching distance. ENCE have 4 chances at a semi-final position here in the Antwerp Major. And Snappy, try as he may, he's not landing much damage, but he's at least gaining the respect of the Flames, who daren't push him again.
He is looking to push up. He's looking, daring for them to run out of the smoke. Repositioned himself though, and ENCE, this is it, Vince. 4 members grouped up together. The smoke dissipates, they wait for a push. Minute still on the clock. Are they going to fade back towards the lobby is the question. Is Snappy is going to make contact.
He is. Even if he doesn't get a kill, he can just back out of there and try and wait for the cavalry to arrive. Spinks has been spotted in the corner. No molly fired towards his position just yet. 45 seconds and Snappy's got one. Incendiary behind it. And Hades is picking up the pieces. ENCE is so close to the semi-finals. But Hooksy is keeping this alive. Diaz at the back of the site though. The silos will get run dry. Hooksy's dealt another fatal blow, and they have the right idea. Watching the vents. Nikodos getting put out of position. Bomb's been planted down, but Hades continuing to frag out. Zyphon and Nikodos, all that remain. Vent flash up and over. Nikodos is unaffected by this though, and they have the crossfire down. Established. Nikodos and Zyphon! Hold on! For dear life! Course correct! And allow Copenhagen Flames to go again.
Oh my word, Vent, it looked like that was done. What a recovery. Winning all the duels in the upper bomb site, and in a 2 versus 3, they do not get phased. ENCE calling their own timeout. Couple of wry smiles on their faces. They knew that was almost it. They knew they almost had the game there, but they still have 3 opportunities. But the bye is grim. 2 M4s, Hades and Sphinx with the rifle, and it's all Hooksy here. 2 incredibly pivotal frags for him, and Zyphon spinning around like a top with the Galil, able to clutch it out for his team. But here we go, we're jumping into round number 28. 2 M4s and 3 pistols, all they have to work with, and Hooksy's gonna lead the way.
Aggression once again. Hooksy's already downstairs. Snappy, slight gap in the smoke, will try and make some moves with a deagle, but he's given his position away. There's a hot flash in, but Snappy with 2 kills! 3 kills alongside Sphinx! Everyone is falling! Copenhagen Flames were hoping to build a fortress on ST side, but it's been dismantled. And now Hooksy has to try and pick up the pieces, rebuild it again. It won't be happening, and ENCE are in the semi-finals. ENCE have done it.
Your third semi-finalists, it will be ENCE. Oh, what a showing, what a fight from Copenhagen.